Greetings everyone, my name is Adderville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. In today's morning live stream, I'll be covering a combo of both Veerspin levels and some other levels to find online, primarily focusing on the former. Here's a quick rundown of the rules as usual. We got quite a packed schedule today, so welcome to stream Andrew, Dor, Jedok, Pixel Boy, Lapatio, Oscar, Hyper, all the watchers on Twitch, and anyone else who I've missed along the way. Alrighty then, let us begin with this stage. MM Plus Remix Iceborne Man Stage modified by Fire Sawdust, 7th place score of 1. How's your post-Thanksgiving weekend going? Did you participate in the time-honored tradition of Black Friday? Ooh, that was close. If I didn't react there, I'd be dead. That's why there's a checkpoint right over there. Alright. Minor, don't deactivate a section. Now the easy part. Alright. This is like a icy graveyard or something. It was okay for me as well. Ah, you went yesterday to Nintendo New York. That sounds cool. So, here's the plan for this weekend. Tonight is going to be a level pack, probably. And then tomorrow morning is going to be the ending of Prison City. And maybe the return of Sands of Aura. As for tomorrow evening, I'm not sure. It may be multiplayer with Mega Team Up, or it may be Lunar Lux again. I do want to finish Lunar Lux by the end of this year, by the way. Lunar Lux... oh no. I want to finish off Lunar Lux, perhaps Sands of Aura, and one or two other games. Not to mention the birthday games, because I know Sylveon's still waiting for me to do Shinobi Tree. Oh gosh, 1 HP now. Sorry, Vui. And Robin Jack's waiting for me to do the other game, A Bobo's Big Adventure. This seems a bit interesting with what its challenges are. Ah, I thought I had one more, but I was too slow. Just wait it out. Maker ice physics plus strong wind. Not so fun combination. We're true. I was more worried about slipping off the platform more than anything else. Welcome to the Frozen Bone Zone. Yeah, it's a bit of an unfocused stage, but the individual challenges are fun, but it didn't feel like it had a core focus of what it was trying to do. Well, it did have a core focus with Ice and Winds, but then we had, for instance, the Skull Bearer section, and then the Tiptoe section with 1 HP, which I guess is an extension on the idea earlier with Ice and Wind, but... Your level? Sure. In fact... Technically, I was supposed to cover your level earlier, so... Let's do it now. I mean, Iceborne Man is a fun stage, but needs a little bit more focus. Alright. Second up is NRS 3 Target Steamroll by Doriko. 45 plays and a score of 22. Unfortunately, I'm not able to participate in NRS 3 due to the times not matching up with me. Starting off easy, hit the targets. Nope. Fumbled that a little bit because I got knocked by that killer bullet. Keep in mind the flamethrower does flow up and down a bit. Though, time to jump sometimes. Okay. So far, so solid. Now we go. Right into the spike. Yeah, I know a patio. This is the first level of Season 3, Week 1, Level 1. Got it. This is a solid start for the first level. Not too difficult, and teaches you how to use a flamethrower. Just need to move at the same time. This teaches you how underwater it doesn't damage enemies. It only pushes them back. But even then, it doesn't work against all enemies. But this entire series is making fun use of the wave burner. I like shoving them off like this. I wish more stages used this fun interaction. This is like the warm-up stage. Not too difficult, but it can pack a bite if you're trying to do it fast. Hey, Red! Long time no see indeed. Alright, of course we're gonna fight against Iceman. But this is a little bit different because I have to be jumping for the fire to actually hit him. Otherwise, it just shoves him back. Very solid stage. I call it decent at the very least. Good job. It's not what I call a good stage, but it doesn't have to be. It's a warm-up. It's a steamroll after all. Literal. I get the name of I get the pun in the title. Decent, almost good. Good job. Number 3 up is Super Dunk Challenge Grenade Man by Panta35. 10th place, score -2. Well, I guess Proto time. Oh. Well, easy button. I swear, folks, I was going into this not knowing that we're gonna fight Metal Man. You know what? That actually makes it too easy. Hey, Jaden. This is certainly a way to make it more difficult and less waiting involved. It is possible to dodge everything, but, I guess it's better to just damage boost. Unless you're playing as Proto Man, in which case, you can just one-shot Metal Man immediately. Getting Grenade Man down isn't the hard part. It's Metal Man, really, because of his jumping. Would have liked an indicator showing how close I am. Like changing the color of the background. Even the music player's dying now. I like this one, but I think it's gone on for a bit too long now. This is long enough to see what we're trying to do. Oh no. Like, there's a point where it's long enough, and then there's a point where it becomes excessive. It's reached the point of excessive. Like, the original one wasn't even this long, was it? Alright, there's the last one. Oh, thank goodness. Maybe it was exactly this long, but it didn't feel that way because, I only fought one of them. Hey, Sylph. I like how we fight two of them, but the stage was too long. So, I'll abstain from voting. Number 4 is Boring Traditional Level. Fourth on the lineup is Boring Traditional Level by Zen. 24 play score -5. And FYI, I'll play Sama Maiterna early next year. December is simply too packed, and there is at least one key game I want to get to, not to mention another game. When it said Boring Traditional Level, I thought it was gonna include Cutman tiles or something. The tile set here is a lot more visually interesting. Okay, so I can jump, shoot, slide. No charging. So far, so good. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the tops can be a bit of a problem depending on where you are. Understandable. Hey, Lunar. Are you using an NSF pack for my music? Am I? Yes. So yeah, don't just rush wars, otherwise that'll keep happening. I wonder why this got such a negative score. Well, I have an idea why. But it's not going to be present right now. Sorry about that. Yeah, sections like that are... I was waiting for that gotcha moment. And that sort of jump too. I've been primed for this moment already. Okay, checkpoint. Whenever you enter a new screen, be prepared to eat a face full of missiles or rockets. They aren't too durable, but they're tricky to hit. And of course, they can chase ya. Oh gosh, why? Oh no. I see where this is going. The other thing is that each shot of theirs deals 5 or 6 damage. Okay. Yeah. I suspected a section like this would build up knowing Zen. As long as there's no time waster sections, it won't be too bad. Accidentally jumped there. Okay, just stand. And jump. Need to be closer to the right. I was worried. See, the thing is, there's no warning where the missile comes. You just have to react to it. I thought you were gonna shoot once. And remember, even if I shoot down the missiles, jet missiles, they still break apart, just in a different pattern. See? And that can still be problematic, especially when trying to do a jumping puzzle. A jumping challenge, sorry. Too low. At least the amount of waiting involved is less. I compare it to Jakarta Volcano. This stage's issues are more with the react quickly or die. Still not close enough. The problem is if I walk too far to the right, I can just walk right off the platform too. No special weapons to help make this easier either. Hey Robin Jack. Welcome to stream. Alright, we're here. And die anyways because jumping, lol. Hold that top for vertical sections. This may have it, and it makes me worried. I could rush forward for that, but I don't feel risk-taking enough. That jump is a lot scarier than it looks because of that. Come on. Yeah, even in the GB games they're a bit... Are you kidding? Two choices. I do. And that keeps respawning it, of course. And of course, this is Zen design. Secrets that kill you even if they're near the end of the route. Also, in regards to Bobo's Big Adventure, Robin Jack, how about this? I'll cover it next Sunday morning. Will that be fine with you? Alright then, next Sunday morning it is. And if you have enough spare time, we'll do Shinobi Tree. Or part of Shinobi Tree. I never understand. Well, we're in this part of the stage. A Bobo's Big Adventure I know I'll be able to finish in the stream. Shinobi Tree, well, we'll see. I can at least do part of it. Oh gosh. Holding right is Lamau, no. Because there's a slight delay when you land on those things in Ascension. Which you can mitigate by just jumping, but that has its own problems. Probably not, unless someone recommends them. The only reason why I'm playing the Shinobi games on this channel is because Sylveon recommended them. Well, for the first one, it was Sylveon and Kyle. Or rather, requested them. Jumping fail, on my part. And besides, if we're gonna do birthday requests, well, there's already a lot of other games you would prefer that. And happy birthday to you, Lunar Chris. Okay, shoot at the bottom like that, that should work better. One more try. Made it. Getting back is gonna be easier, maybe? Harder? Okay, it's gonna come again from the bottom. And of course, it touches me there. I can see why Buster got enraged at Zen's level design for the past few levels. In many cases, it just feels frustrating, I guess. Too slow. I know Lapania's on a mechanical basis, the Lapania's levels are actually more difficult, by far, but they certainly feel less frustrating. Namely, as they employ a lot less gotcha moments. Or they may include a bunch of quick reactions, but either the stage already taught you about that, or you come to expect it. Or the challenges, or the stage already made very clear what the challenge is, or what to do for the challenge. The hard part is actually executed on it. Like for some stages, one of the challenges is figure out how to overcome the challenge. But in Lapania stages, the main challenge isn't so much that, because it's usually fairly straightforward. The hard part is actually executing on them. This should have been a checkpoint, by the way. So I gotta be faster to not get embedded with head spikes. Like so. Keep shooting. Thank you. Could we please have a checkpoint game? I mean level? And this is exactly the reason why. I just don't understand. Yeah. I'm just gonna pull up the level editor instead of wasting. I get you can do this, and I can eventually accomplish it, but I don't want to have to spend half an hour on one single stage. I disagree, and yeah, the title is an obvious lie, but it's pretty obvious. Oh, ending was right here too. Okay, yeah, if I were to design the stage, I would put a checkpoint here, but probably here. If you want to have this secret just be one way before the checkpoint so players can just repeat it over and over, make the connection to secret over here, and give a choice, I suppose. Give signposting there. And then we'll have this final section, which is long and difficult enough anyways, because in many cases, the price for failing here is instant death. If you want to, you can make this section 2 screens longer, and it'll make up. Remember, in many cases, just adding 1 extra checkpoint is one of the simplest and most effective things you can do for level design to fixing player frustration. Instead of having to rework entire level progressions or object placements, adding 1 extra checkpoint can just resolve it all in one go. In this case, that's the case. This stage doesn't necessarily need special weapons, but if I were to add one, it'd be a shield one. If only for the missiles. In some cases, the missiles do work for their intended purpose of the projectiles aiming for you. And due to jumps like these, yeah. Checkpoints. A checkpoint in that room, I'd say, put it there. At least unlike last time, the enemies aren't as annoying. They don't really slow you down as much. The jet missiles could use a bit more forewarning in some cases, but quick reaction, whatnot. The annoying part about the quick reaction, however, is that checkpoint density. Thank you, Lunar. I'll add it to the queue. We have a lot of levels today, which I'm pretty happy for compared to, let's say, last week or 2 weeks ago. Noctis was decent at the very least, but had some issues with, for example, the graphics clashing, the graphics making some of the gameplay difficult. That's cool though, hearing that someone improves upon Noctis in almost every way. Oh, don't worry, you're not like Zen. I know Buster and I mentioned some of the frustrations in level design, but at least with you don't, for the most part, you don't underuse checkpoints. At least as of late, you've learned your lesson. You may have difficult and or frustrating sections, but you tend to actually have better checkpoint spacing. You've learned that, and I am appreciative of that. You have to work with an unlimited budget. And if players weren't really that receptive to the pseudo-Latin, why actually have it for the other games? You can invest it instead in better gameplay or graphics or music. And then we end with this battle against Ringman. Like, the voice acting was cool and all, but the thing I'd like most from Noctis would be, first thing would be cutting down on the penultimate area, because oh my goodness, that was too big. Second, better distinguishing from the environments and foregrounds and backgrounds, and a few other polishing up. I'm leaning toward... See, the individual challenges for the most part are fine, although jet missile reaction can be jump scary. I don't know how much it adds to the stage. A few cases though, having to dodge the projectiles does add something. But please though, once you drop down here, add a checkpoint. There's already about 8 more screens after this, and it's the toughest part of the stage, bringing together the tops, missiles, and well, just the tops and missiles, and various other enemies. And some of these jumps are nasty. Feel free to add 1 or 2 more screens, but please. Again, I'll mark this as being a yellow on the list, as that indicates I could do it on my own, but it'd take a lot longer. Whoops. Biff. Wait up. I know. Hang on, Dora. I know you sent a level. I'm gonna copy it down. Thank you. Alright. Fifth up is Swords and Shurikens 3 by Lone Star. 17 plays, score of 2. We're in the ship. Geronimo! So yeah, next Sunday. First, a Bubbles Big Adventure, probably. Oh, well, actually we can vote on that. Yeah, okay. I'll start with a Bubbles Big Adventure next Sunday morning, and then Shinobi Tree. Plans for tonight, I mentioned this earlier. Hang on, let me get inside the ship. So the plans for this weekend are, tonight is a Mega Man Maker level pack stream, Queen Monica's Mega Man Panda Tree. Tomorrow morning is the ending of Prison City, and a little bit of Sands of Aura if you have enough time. Tomorrow evening, I don't know right now. We may have multiplayer with Mega Team Up, or we may have more Lunar Lux, Chapter 4. Where we last left off, we're at Silica Colony. Queue still open, although it is packed. I see. I'm gonna try next year I'm gonna try being a bit more on top of the birthday picks. Although as usual, I'll be careful with what is lengthwise. No one has actually, no major character has currently died in the story. Maybe. Oh, yeah, Ice. Sorry. And we never got an explanation of how Bella's mother actually perished. Was it an accident? Was it a expedition gone wrong? Well, there are the disappearances. I wouldn't say massive death flags yet. Maybe moderate death flags. They haven't talked anything about retirement, for one. Or any last regrets or major dreams. So, it's moderate death flags. We have to wait until they meet up with Bella again before we say it's massive. Batman for the NES is a solid pick. I don't know if Wolfchild's problems were with the Sega CD version, specifically for the elevator screw-up, or was it something else? Neat, so you basically have to go to the first 3 routes, sub-routes, before going down to the second part. Like, there are games which telegraph their deaths, telegraph deaths pretty obviously. I put moderate death flags right now. To the right it is. Oh. Doesn't really matter. That was just a let's try, so not much was lost. How are the levels doing today? Much better than last week, Buster. In fact, the level queue is pretty packed with 13 levels, at least 12 levels by 12 different designers. 12 levels by 11 different designers. My apologies. Yeah. You have to time it just right. I'd rather not have to deal with the bulldozer enemy. Well, yeah. Lunar Lux is heavily anime inspired, so... And so far, the quote-unquote twists have been... not that hard to realize. Yeah, still... I could do it in base Mega Man 5. Not here, though. Yeah, pretty cool airship level. Well, design-wise, it's kind of eh. Aesthetically, though, it's fine. What? Excuse me? Yeah, I knew I was dead there. Yeah. Specifically referring to games where they have a more predetermined story. In games where you have a more procedure-generated story, that could be more or less the case. Like with Wildermid and Heat Signature. That was a fun tackle, though. At last, a ranged weapon. Shurikens. Okay, time to blow this joint. We found a stockpile of TNT. That wasn't that hard of an escape. Oh, darn it. We lost our sword. And now we're in the ocean. And I wasn't paying attention here. I'll eventually get back to Wildermid, likely next year. Well, this stage is called Swords and Shurikens. What else was I expecting? The triple blade? There is one problem with using the Shadow Blade though, and that is the limited ammo. Hey up, was there anything up there? Nope, just the cave ceiling, and 2 whales going in. Thunderclaw? Okay. And we get back our sword. Watch as we lose a Thunderclaw very soon. On to the next ship. Mega Man going on a roll, destroying ships. Are they Wily's or anyone else's? Who knows? The key's on the mast. Black flag. What could be over here? Treasure! Gladly, it's not that. Just passing through. More treasure. We're in an airship, now we're in a pirate ship. And this stage is actually pretty hefty in length. It's about 10 minutes long. I think this is it. We've reached the core. Fancy looking arena you have there. Someone's stuck. G to the G. Oil. Right now this feels kind of like 2 stages back to back, but I guess this is the epic escape sequence. We killed the pirate captain. Destroyed, never mind. This is a Mega Man classic, we never kill people. We just temporarily destroyed them. Well, I guess... Well, I don't remember Mega Man destroying any IC chips. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know, someone sliding on oil on top of water wouldn't sound out of place in One Piece. Suddenly instant death level. Oh my goodness, that worked. Some cargo that washed overboard. Kaboom! Going into Wily's hideout. Tripping over into spikes in Wily's hideout. I like this stage, but it does feel like 2 stages back to back. Before I could do it piecemeal, now I have to keep going. I can't slow down at all, otherwise I get shot into the spikes. Nice. What's this? I thought so. Now they're manufacturing fossils? Fake artifacts? Random blocks of metal? Oh my... I was specifically referring to Mega Man Classic, but if you go to X-Series and beyond, they undoubtedly kill people. Like the Mavericks. I consider Reploids to be people. Alright, we're done with this stage, I think. It's fun, but it's a bit too long. Like, couldn't we just have this in part 1, part 2? It's not like we have optional weapons. We do have optional pickups, but I'm not always just conducive to having 15-minute state. I'm just not conducive to having 15-minute levels unless they really need to be like that. Like, for example, Metroidvania stages. Not only in terms of how long it takes to beat the stages, but also in consideration for those with weaker PCs. As the larger stages can cause them to lag a lot. GG. Oil time. Ah, became starry in the background. What a nice way to finish. My main problem with the stage is, even though it was fun, it should have been half the length, or split into 2. Sorry. Alright, let's keep going. Sixth stop is Portaman Dies and Goes to Hell by Mr. Cool 47 48 plays, score of 11. Wonder what he's doing there. Did he trip over an oversized cyber stick? Oh no. Oh no. We got tricked. We're fighting 9 quick men and we can't do anything. They're immune. And so we get teleported to HE double hockey sticks. No weapons, but we still have our shield. Yep. This engine has a det state. This engine has support for det transitions. Although most players and level designers don't even know they exist, or even if they do know they exist, they don't use it. Thank you, G. Need weapon. You're here too, Metal. At last, we can actually attack directly. Ornament gets ambushed by 99 quick men. And goes to Robo HFL. Nice. And of course, no life drops, such as this engine. Ah, the cherry flavored drops. Cherry flavored drops and waterfalls. Bubble time. At least we can freeze the deadly cherry water now. Oh. This stage also, it makes use of the death warping again. If I didn't die, I'd keep going to the right. Clever. Man, going into this for the first time, I thought it was a decent stage, but its use of the clever death transitions, it elevates it above the rest. Not the rest, but a lot of the other stages. Like, more stages should make use of this, even just for jokes. Even if it's just for jokes. Yeah, twice. I thought I'd just use it once. And that way you're actually warning players for not dying. 2 rounds link up. Ah, I just wanted to see. Will it pull it off another time? And we got the last thing, so we got iframes now. This is like the opening section before you fought Quick Man. So, Alright, there's actually 10 Quick Man. Alright, revenge time. Victory! Protoman fell into the robotic version of HIFL and came out stronger. Definitely, it feels like it's some sort of meme, but it made fun use of, for example, the death warping, and the individual sections, even though they weren't too complex, they were fine. So I'll mark this as being the honorable mention this episode. Not quite as good as Dorico's first stage, but it's fun. Sometimes being fun enough is what you need to be honorable or favorite. Now, if more stages actually made use of death warps, then this wouldn't stand out really that much. Alright. I'll be right back in a moment. Back I am. Alright. 7th up is Rock's Remix Wily 1 Let's Rock the Fortress by Jock74. 31 play score 6. I'll be quick here. Grab everything except that lone E. That E can stand guard. Yeah, Wily 1 in Mega Man Rocks had no gimmick really. So in this version, there's at least 3 gimmicks which haven't been used. I mean, overall, this recreation or redux or remix of Mega Man Rocks in Maker, it's been better than the original. Like, if someone was to make a fan game remix or fan game remake of Rocks, use the level design here as a basis. No crouching, however. Sad. Left. Oh, you mean Nike Goddess of Victory? Well, congrats. Oh yeah, and to answer all of your questions, yeah, next year, I'm hoping next year, I will eventually play Genshin or Honkai Star Rail. Probably Genshin over... I'll leave that up to you. Probably Genshin over Star Rail because, it's an action RPG. I tend to prefer action RPGs over turn-based games. Thank you for showing the Yokus in the background. Although these are fairly basic patterns. Could do with some a bit more advanced ones for the fortress. Perhaps I'll leave that up to a vote. I know, for instance, that Wumi is the one who introduced Genshin to my headspace. Well, and all the ads and in-jokes. Yeah, Nikkei. Whoa there! Let's not discuss our... Whoa there, we're not entering the realm of fanfiction yet. If that's the case, sure, share your gay Shrek fix, please. Well, back what I was saying, we're already in the realm of fan works. I'm playing a fan game for Pete's sake. I shouldn't be putting down fanfiction if I'm playing basically a different kind of fan work. Why are the go arrows pointing the other direction? Is Wily telling me to go the other way? To leave? I don't know either, Jaden. They always say for Pete's sake, and we don't know who Pete is. So, I guess in this case it'd be for light's sake. Ah, for the jet missiles. I get it now. I really wish Zen's level had something like this. Would be really handy. Date for Mario and Luigi? Next year. What time of next year? I'm not sure yet. I don't want to nail down a date only to miss it. Let me think. Do you even have a weakness? I guess it's this then. Yeah, it definitely does. Like, I'm planning on covering... In terms of how specific I can be, I'll say I'm aiming to cover Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga for the GBA in the first half of 24. I can't say anything more specific though, as I also want to cover Thousand Year Old Door. Thing is, I'll prioritize Superstar Saga because I actually haven't covered any of the other RPG series of Mario on the channel. I've only covered Paper Mario. And fire up. Decent level. Oh. 8 up is Toad House Quizzes by Oscar. 82 plays and a score of 32 minus 15. Okay, what is the quiz? Blue. X. What are we being quizzed about? If I played SMB Tree, I could remember the questions, but I haven't. This stage would make a lot more sense if it had the submission text with it, but it wasn't. Oops. Like, I know one of the minigames in Super Mario Bros. 3 for the NES had one kind of Toad House where you had to answer a quiz in order to get a reward. So in this case, it has the choices, but I don't know the questions. Well, even if I knew the questions, it still is just a few screen level. So, yeah. 9th up is 3 Choices Remake by Panta. 11 play, score -1. Oh, there's no quiz in SMB Tree? Ah. Darn it. I'm probably mixing up my history of SMB Tree with ROM hacks. That's what happened. So yeah, I need to know the questions in order to answer it. As right now it's just pick a teleporter. Okay. Yeah, for a change. Otherwise I just take the Ice Slasher. Of course, if I knew it's gonna be Metal Man, I would have picked something else. Oh my gosh, we're not supposed to jump again. Ah, I got caught by that one. Alright, missile time. This even does more damage, what? Seriously? Air shooter should deal the same amount of damage. I'll leave that up to Jaden for now. Do we get a better reward if we use the worst weapon? I think this is a remake of one of Panta's oldest stages. That's why it's so simplistic compared to their newer fare. The leaf shield doesn't even deal extra damage to him. What? That was a battle, I guess. So it was the worst weapon. For that battle specifically. Thought I was gonna be a little bit higher. Next time, just use this. Oh, right, yeah. The background color reminds me of the old Windows backgrounds of old. Redundant statements redundant, everyone. Like this specific background color. Like the Windows 3.1 or Windows 95 era. Obscure game knowledge. Speaking of funny, it never fails to make me laugh of how the leaf shield can just one-shot the hotheads. See? The Thomas take 3 hits instead, and they have less HP compared to the hot dogs, whereas the hot dogs, even with their 18 HPs, are 1 or 2 shot. It really feels like a bug or some sort of in-joke I'm missing. Ouch. Did you know in late 2013 when they released the Love and War update for TF2, throwing Brand to the payload endpoint would cap... What? This turned the payload invisible and made Blue win after they capped 3 points instead of all 4. That's a very obscure direction for sure. No super weapon for me. I still have this though. We ran into it and the captain exploded. And this bug returned in 2015's Gunmetal update when they added pick-upable weapons. This makes it even funnier. I'm sorry. Software regret. Blocks boss team. Good luck dodging at this distance. Even on maps where a fort is blocked by a sheet of glass like bad water, you could throw on weapons on the last point until one fell true. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have not used the M-Tank. Suddenly this has turned much harder. Alright, backup strategy. Alright. We win. Pretty boring and bland stage, with a sudden difficulty spike at the end. Now before I end this go on to Lapatio stage, I'm going to cover one stage by G-Pocket because I haven't played a level by theirs for quite a while. So the 10th and final So 10th up is Subterranean River by G-Pocket, 25 play score of 8. They fixed and introduced a new bug to do this 3 times within 3 days. Nice. Ooh, I love the aesthetics here. Nice combination of blue, orange, and brown. And nice use of using the darker waterfalls for this. Instead of using the classic blue ones, bright blue ones, they went with a dark blue to better fit with the environment, or dark cyan. it better matches with the color of the rocks. Like, oh boy. If I were to rate the levels based on aesthetics alone, this would be the best one. Important. Not many stages use this. Oh. Alright, that actually makes it a bit tougher, even though I have charge shots. And of course his weakness. Ah, poor Pump Man. I'm gonna try doing this without restarting the checkpoint, just to make this a little bit harder on myself. Right now, this is one of the levels an average skilled player could do, and it's closer to the mold of traditional stage. The Rico stage is also good, but that's a special weapon-oriented level. This is somewhere between a fortress stage and a traditional stage. Traditional Mega Man stage, specifically. Note if I touch the spikes, it's gonna break. Don't wish to demonstrate this. You can high-five people from enemy team into your base spawns at well and 5 CP well. Interesting. I guess it has to do with the animation clipping, or the animation forcing players into certain positions, causing them to clip. Oh, how I wish this engine had damage spikes. Similar to a Magmal Tree. Or, I mean, the Megmix engine. Ah yes, going from water to lava. Natural transition, folks. But this is cool. And what makes this better is that it has uneven level design or uneven terrain without being very difficult. Like, it has this entire stage has a modest difficulty curve. I wish we could end off this episode or stream with this one, but there's one more left I do have to cover. One thing I want to point out is most time when we have uneven terrain and level design, it tends to be with the more difficult stages, especially here in Maker, but this bucks the trend by having a modestly difficult stage. And it's not just uneven terrain for the sake of it, it actually adds to the challenge of using the hovers. Oh, of course, 2 Fort is the oldest. That explains a lot. Source from Doom multiplayer too. Curious. Eep. Alrighty. You know what's next, folks. Hang on a moment. Good job, G-Pocket. This is also my favorite level of the episode, tied with Target Steamroll by Doriko. Alright, last level. So the 11th and final level of the stream is SP World 2 Pitch Black Forest Pilot Patio, 66 plays, score 19. We have about 20 to 30 minutes, let's go. Dust Bowl and Badlands, interesting. Yeah, for this one, always do base, because dashing. Less than 14. I didn't even see you there. Alright, that's how you show light. I don't think I have enough anymore, and I found the spikes. Final, because these levels take about half an hour at most. We'll see. Well, I could dip a bit more, but then we'll have less time for memes. Which, to be fair, most people don't really watch, so... we'll see. Oh my gosh. Really? Spikes there too? I have to get through this without taking more than 14 damage, I guess? Is that what it's telling me? Wow! For once I actually slipped off. Oh, okay. Please shield, save me. Did it? Checkpoint, please. Oh no. Now he can't take more than 10 damage. Oh, we screwed that up already. No break dash rush either. Why did the Gories have to be as durable as their end-base versions? Or as durable as Big Eyes? That was kind of a leap of fate there. Do we have more light? No, of course. I know it's borrowed. It's actually nerfed from the Mega Man base version because those have 4 more HP. As crazy as that sounds. Dash didn't execute. This is half the reason why it takes half an hour, folks. Overshot. Hey, Game Fever. Yeah, spike hitboxes, not really news for this. Just memorize their position then. Really? This is hard for not the right reasons, I'd say. I wish we just had to fight the Gory once. Like, at a certain point, we should get it. And I'm afraid of dash jumping because this is this engine. Who knows if it'll just fail and fall on the spikes, or I'll overshoot and hit the spikes. And you say I have all these beams. Well, I do have one more I could use. See. Hey. I just don't like these sorts of spikes. Their hitboxes are larger than what they actually are. Like, walking into the right side where it doesn't even look sharp, that's spiky. Alright, we're back here. Miraculous as it is. Okay. I'm trying to move. And no, the engine says the mouth. No. Okay. I don't know if the... Alright. We're true. Let's try using the Scramble Thunder this time. Oh my gosh, that was too risky. I couldn't even see the arrow. Thanks, I couldn't even... Yeah, I don't like those dropper enemies because they come really fast and they can gotcha. Sure thing. I don't know if this is going to be easier than the previous SP stage, the patio. You're too low. It's about as difficult, but for different reasons. The first thing I'll do is please move the gory so we don't need to refight it every single time, as it's just a time waster. It doesn't add anything really to the stage other than time wasting. Spikes, of course. I just don't like this. For a similar situation with Zen, but it's even slower. And of course, engine issues. Oh. Also, I would reorder the order of these weapons, like, it's still terrible. Okay, so that's what's happening earlier. I was mashing jump game and you decided no. This is half the reason why these levels are frustrating. The engine working against you. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. The thing with the Bunby catchers is that if you have the correct special weapon, even if they latch onto you, you can still break out of it by destroying them. But with the drop run burst, if they grab onto you, you have to mash the buttons. And by then it can be too late. But it's not harder, it's more frustrating. What was there? And the checkpoint density is just, I just don't like this. I just don't find this sort of stage fun. This is why I really wish I could have ended with the previous stage. Just gonna do a slight tap. I think I'll use a level editor soon. Not having fun. I'd rather just play any of the other stages in this episode. I thought the flashlight would be more helpful too, but it feels like most of the weapons aren't really working the way I'd hope. I want something like a longer range flashlight, no matter how strong. But the way Amy's positioned, it doesn't really... The thing that would be most effective is more limited. I'm thinking of just calling it quits for this stage. Okay. Very well. But of course, now you have to do that drop, and you know my issue with fan fiends. Okay, I'll give it one more go. If I hit the checkpoint, fine. If not, I'm just gonna open up the level editor. Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna open a level editor. I don't like the Source of Wind gimmicks in this engine because they funk up with the controls. This is harder and more frustrating. This is more frustrating the previous stage. I don't know if it's harder exactly. It's a straight line. How far are we? Alright. Just put base here. See, even with the light, even having temporary light, this is still kind of tricky to fall through because of the wall spikes. Okay, 1 HP this time. Gee, thanks, and that's also... well, that's a different reason. Need to wait a little bit for it to start moving back, otherwise I can't get across. Yeah. If it's more on the right side, it'll go left. If it's more on the left side, it'll go right. But with orbiting weapons like this, you have to position yourself carefully. And of course, then now we have this problem. Okay, no spike there. Okay. Last section. This was so much easier than the previous section, by a huge amount. Like, oh my goodness, so much less frustrating and so many less problems. Huh? What? Of course, yeah, spikes. This is safe. Oh my goodness, we're out. It's a split second, so you have to be very attentive. Oh my goodness. This was more frustrating than the SP World one, but it was easier. Like, my note is, if this last section had a checkpoint here that actually behaved more consistently. Like, this last one is rude no matter if you see the light or not. Like, trying to perform this, even if you're not in the dark, it's painful. Very painful. So yeah. If SP World is not going to be like this throughout, it's going to be frustration after frustration. Sorry. It's Dai Kaizo or Kaizo not for me. I could have done this on my own, but it would take a lot longer. So anyways, of the 11 viewers made levels I covered in today's stream, my two favorites were NRS3 Target Steamroll by Doriko and Subterranean River by G Pocket. Good job, you two. And an honorable mention goes to Protoman Dies and goes to HE Double Hockey Stick by Mr. Cool 47. Good job to you too. Sorry, a lot of levels in, Pixel Boy. We can't cover everyone's. Like, I wasn't able to cover Lunar Chris's, I'm afraid, or Doriko's second. That'll be next week. Perfect. So with all that said and done, it is time for the art showcase. Mega Man Next Remix, Biohazard Gamma, but resprited and looks a lot cleaner. And unlike last week, we actually have an art showcase. Star Buddies from Wish, Wish Movie, and Super Mario. Neat. Parasite, Shatter, Glamrock, Freddy, FNAF Workshop, Animation. So, we got tree modifiers on top of the classic Freddy. Are we gonna add more of these ARPG modifiers? I will, Buster. I'll do it right at the end of the art showcase. You know, end with top. Biohazard as Resident Evil? Not quite. Biohazard as in the original term Biohazard. Some next remix like mock-up with North Pacific Ocean. Golf orders under construction. Yeah, for mock-ups legit. For the final one, I would darken the background and make it less distracting from the foreground. Especially with the platforming. But yeah, solid. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone! Oh, there's Papa Louie. Pac-Man, Sonic, Mario. Chibi Robo? I don't recognize the muffin. Or the pumpkin. Devil Eye? Magnetite with Devil Eye? See, from Rejuvenation Reborn. Robot. Okay, she has other senses. Okay, Egregore. Nice. Karmai, okay. Ultimate form. Whoa, that looks almost like a hybrid between them and a Transformers robot. Or a mech. Mystery form 1? Oh. Whoa, we're turning almost into a JRPG or Kirby boss. Like one of those soul bosses, maybe. Neat. Tangle climbing around the ruins. And doing a Tangle dash, I guess. Ah yes, the ancient ruin rails. And last but not least, self-promo from Buster. Their take on the darkness gimmick. Okay, in this one, the regular shots... Okay, enemies exude light. The switches do as well, and you can turn on and off the light. But yeah, the regular shots also produce light. Flash Stopper, of course, turns back on the light. Of course, the fact that your shots produce that much light is already fairly powerful, and the default radius for the lighting is also pretty big. Like compared to Maker, where it's relatively tiny, here it's pretty expansive. You know, another take on the darkness gimmick I'd like to see is where if something's in the dark, it doesn't exist. Like, let's say you have to travel through a stage where the objects are only active, or they only count as solid if they're actually visible. If they're shrouded in darkness, they don't count as exist. That could be a different take on darkness, without the usual pitfalls of darkness. In any case, this marks the end of the art showcase, and subsequently this stream. Thank you to everyone who either submitted their levels, their art, or just participated in chat. It's due to your continued support why I continue to produce new content for the channel. It is really appreciated. So, if you're enjoying this or any other piece of content on the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as it all helps it out. And don't forget to follow me on X, Mastodon, co-host, Blue Sky, as well, and join the Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in a future Let's Play